Parkour, and today I got a tutorial for you on the Arabian. If you want to learn this move, some good prerequisites to have is a solid front flip and a solid back flip. I'll have links to those tutorials of my tutorials in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into it. So the first step is knowing how you want to go into the Arabian. A lot of people go into the Arabian through a round off or a cartwheel, but I'm just going to be showing you, since there's not much space, through standing. Also, another way is to step into it, a back step like this. Going like that. So assuming you're doing it from standing or from a back step, you're gonna do the exact same thing as a regular backflip. You're gonna bring your arms back, you're gonna slightly bend your legs, you're gonna follow through with your arms all the way up, and then as soon as you leave the ground, that's where it changes into slightly a front flip. Then after that, you want to set as high as possible, as high as you can, and then you're gonna do that half turn into the tuck. So physically, how you would do the half turn, I kind of think of it as trying to elbow and punch someone that's like right over your shoulder. So if you're going to be twisting to your left, you're going to try to elbow and punch the person on your left side. So elbow, punch, but at the same time, so here. And then vice versa, if you're going to be twisting to your right side, elbow, punch on that side. So there. That's what's going to give you the half turn. Now, like learning any other flip, you want to use a cowboy stance just in case. Because if you land too low, there's a possibility, and you're not using that cowboy stance, that you're going to headbutt your knees, which isn't good. So cowboy stance, if you don't know, is just having your knees spread apart so that you've got room for your head. And then finally, after you do all of that straight into the tuck, you're going to tuck really tight, and then it's basically going to be a front flip from there. So you really just need to time when to untuck. So a quick small review. You're going to go into it like a back flip, so bring your arms back, bend your legs slightly, follow through with the arms, set as high as possible, and then that's when you're going to do the half turn, and then tuck really tight, and then from there, front flip, untuck. Now I want to stress that an Arabian is the combination of a back flip and a front flip. You're going to use the takeoff of a back flip and the landing and the tuck of a front flip. It isn't a 180 turn into just a front flip, which is what a lot of people do. And that segues us to the second part of this tutorial, which is common things people do wrong and how to correct it. So as I said before, a lot of people try just doing a half turn and then a front flip. To correct that, basically, you just need to think of using your arms to really jump up instead of just setting your arms up and then doing the front flip. You want to jump up first and then turn. The next thing people do wrong is travel too much. So you're here, you do the Arabian, and then somehow you land like all the way here. Usually like really low landing. Now this is usually because, not always, but usually because people are trying to turn too much into the front flip too early. So remember, set as high as possible and then do the half turn. A lot of times I see people doing the back flip, and then before their arms are all the way up, they're trying to twist into that Arabian, which usually means they're throwing their chest back, which means they travel more. I'm going to try to show you an example of the right and wrong way. So the wrong way, you travel way too much, which means throwing your chest way too far back. So, this is weird. Like that. And the way to correct that is obviously just work on setting, work on that set. Don't cheat into that half turn too early. So if you noticed in that earlier clip, I landed like all the way over here. Correct way, you should be landing relatively close, so like a regular backflip. So hopefully here or slightly back. So and that ends the second part of the tutorial, common things people do wrong and how to correct it. So let's just do a quick review. Common things. Doing the 180 turn into a front flip instead of using the technique of a back flip to get your height. And traveling too much, which means you're like throwing your chest forward way too much, or back, depending on how you want to think of it. And not setting enough. So like you do the half turn way too early. And finally, the last part of the tutorial, how to overcome the fear of the move, this move being the Arabian, and I should basically just call this part of the tutorial just the progression part, because that's the best way to overcome any move, progressions. So as I said at the beginning of the tutorial, first progressions is just to get a confident backflip and front flip. and after you drill your backflips and front flips, if you're really uncomfortable or very not used to doing any type of turns, half turns, 360s, anything like that, then I'm going to do a couple of rolls to help you get used to the half turn. So for these progressions, you're going to need a mat or go to a gymnastics gym. So what you want to do is have your back face the mat, and then kind of do what I told you not to do. Have your arms back, bring it slowly up, and then do a 180 turn into a roll. And then you're just going to try to focus on cheating it less and less. So instead of here, 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 you're going to jump up first, do the half turn, and then down. So what the very last progression, rolling-wise, should look like is a really, really high half turn to roll. So you want to leave the ground and then roll. And then from there, you just kind of have to pull it into a tuck. So instead of reaching towards the ground, you're going to go in for a tuck. Now, it might not look the best, but this is mainly to focus on getting used to that half turn, not the flip necessarily. So it should look something like that. And then as you keep drilling it, it should get more comfortable, and then you should be more comfortable with getting higher and setting and tucking tighter and landing a bit better. And that concludes my tutorial on the Arabian. Now, as you can kind of tell, this isn't one of those moves that has a billion steps to it that you need to learn, like a cork or something like that, where you have to learn a J step, and then you need to know how to twist, and you need to know all that fun stuff. You already should know how to do the takeoff, which is the back flip. You should already know how to do the landing, which is the front flip. It's just that half turn, but that might be new to you. So this is one of those moves that you kind of just need to work on timing and getting the feeling of. So with that said, let's do another detailed visual overview. Okay, so up till about right here, you should be doing everything exactly like a backflip and making sure you're not making any common backflip mistakes. Only once you set as high as possible, so right here for me is when you're going to bring your arms to one shoulder to start that half twist. Remember, don't do the half turn too early. Finally, you're going to follow through with that half turn until your chest is forward, go into the tuck, and then untuck as if you're doing a front flip. Okay guys, thank you for watching. I really hope it helped. And if it did, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell button. And you should ring that notification bell button because I'm going to be making a PK Family video on Wednesday, which is like in 2 days. So subscribe. You need to subscribe. Yeah, do that. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. PK person out. Hey, I didn't end the video yet. Thank you guys for singing on all the way to the end, and because you did, I'm going to be doing something a little bit special for you. Now, as I said before, I'm going to be making a PK Family Fun Time video on Wednesday. I'm going to be posting it Wednesday, but I'm going to be recording it on Monday from 4 to 5. And if you guys want your voice, oh my god, your voice, to be in that video, then feel free to call me from 4 to 4:30. My number is in my website. The link to my website is in the description below, but anyway, set an alarm so you can call me, and then, yeah, you can ask me whatever, and you'll be in the video. So, if you want to do that, do that. Bye! Oh, I missed. Bye!